Hello, everyone. In case you're joining me, I wanted to hop on today just to get set up here. Okay. So we're just going to take a minute. I'm just a little bit early, but I wanted to get set up. So today I'm going to be doing a few things. Just give a hi, Crystal Joy. What a beautiful name. We're just going to set up here a second, but I'm hopping on to show you some of my favorite colors right now and a couple other things. So thanks for being here. Aw, look at the little #1 crown. I've never seen that. I love crystals and I love joy. So what a perfect name, Crystal Joy. I really just wanted to hop on here for a few minutes. Although if I have some time here, I thought I might do a little painting too. So let's see how we go. But I wanted to hop on. I have a winner for the for our giveaway. They are going to win a whole year of the subscription box. Oh, goodness. So I wanted to hop on, and at the end of this, I'll say who won that. Hi, Paulette. How are you? We're just kind of getting set up, and I just stuck my finger in my paint. Thanks for being here. Cynthia Diamond. Yay. I told you, I was just saying, we're getting our cameras set up and such, but I'm so glad. It's always so fun to see those of you I see on my Patreon and I see on YouTube. And, I just really have to thank you guys, whether you buy my subscription box or not, just for your support. You guys make it so fun here. And I've been here for 2 years now, you guys. Hi, Kendra. Hello. That little smiley face always cracks me up. It reminds me of a little kid. So I was saying, Kendra, I'm taking a few minutes here just to get set up. I have Ray over there. He's helping. Everything good over there, Ray?
Everything's great. Yeah.
Everything's great, he said. So he's the tech guy. He does have a regular job too. He actually owns a tech company, but he helps me out here on the tech stuff. So we're going to get started in just a minute. If there was any of you, hi, Gabrielle Kempa, Pennekamp, Germany. Oh, welcome, Gabrielle. My grandma and grandpa came directly from Germany. Hi, Sherry Adrogna. Oh, thank you so much, Sherry. I don't take these compliments lightly. They really mean a lot to me. I'm so glad you're here, Cynthia Lynn. Gabrielle, I'd love to know where you're from in Germany. I was saying my grandparents came over from Germany. They spoke German. My grandma, when I was little, I remember she would make these little cookies in a mold, and they were really yummy. They were all sugar. And she also made her own sausage. Can you imagine that? So welcome, Gabrielle from Germany. I know it's probably middle of the night or something there. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Candida from Tampa, Florida. Nice sunny Tampa. You're probably like us here in Southern California. Mandy G, hi from the UK. Now, I think it's either middle of night or maybe early in the morning there in the UK. I'm not sure. But welcome here. Josie, how are you? I know, I'm so excited, Josie. That's why I'm here today. The Isle of Wight in the UK. How beautiful. I heard you had a hot streak over there recently. Josie, that's why we're here today, because this is going to be closing, pre-sales closing forever and ever and ever. And they will be shipping out in September, 8 p.m. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. That's not bad. Gabrielle from a small city near Frankfurt. Nice. I'm just going to turn my volume down a bit here. Yeah, I heard I have friends in the UK and they said they were having a heat wave. Good to see you, Josie. It's so fun to see you guys. And, you know, really, I have to thank you guys so much. I am going to do, just give a little bit of information about that sub box, and maybe a sneak peek at some extra special things we'll be throwing in. I don't know if I'm supposed to be showing you this, but I am. And then if I have time here, I'm going to do maybe a little painting. So if I have time for that, I also will be announcing the winner of the Instagram giveaway that we had, which was a whole year of the box, my subscription box. So that's kind of exciting. It's been scorching and now waiting for, oh my gosh, from scorching hot to thunderstorms. Lake Stevens, Washington. Ray, do you know where that is?
I sure do.
He said he sure does. He's from Washington. He lived in a beautiful little area there called Madison Park. 9 p.m. in Germany. Oh, that's not too bad. In Seattle. Yeah, he lived in Seattle. Well, we're going to start here just in a second. I think we're all good, right, Ray?
Yeah.
He's giving me a thumbs up, guys. Josie, I hope to see you in a class soon. I forget what we were doing there, but it's always fun to paint with you, and you're doing really great over there. So I will announce that winner at the end, and this isn't going to be that long, you guys, but I just really wanted to start out by thanking you guys, you know, for being here, finding your way here among such a beautiful plethora of artists here on YouTube. And I'm really grateful for this community. It's so much fun for Ray and I. So I wanted to tell you, there's 2 more days. If you do want the subscription box, you've probably seen me talking about it a lot. It's been a lot of fun. Probably, I'd say the hardest thing I've ever done, from developing, measuring the brushes to picking out the paints, which I'm going to show you a little glimpse of here in a second. So today I just wanted to go over some of those things. And if you have any questions, ask, and I'll do my best to answer those for you guys too. But I was giving you a little sneak peek. So your first box you get, you guys, for one, it's going to be really big. It's going to be larger because, not that it has been that long, but always enjoying popping. So this one's going to be a little bit bigger than the others because, let me open it for you and show you. And then we'll get to that because I've had a lot of you ask me about that. So your first box will be a little bit bigger. Look at that. My nails match. Pretty good, huh? So in the boxes, you're going to get your print, which you could frame this, you guys. And then you'll get this is a private tutorial. You can only see if you buy the box. And it just has some more information, what brush you're getting. So when you open it up, and you guys, I'm getting a couple of these for my grandkids because they're just going to get them right to their door. And if you're a beginner and you don't have all this stuff, like, how handy, right? So I don't know if Bertha's on here, but her favorite brush is the angle brush. She's like, don't even try and take my angle brush. So you get in the first box an angle brush in my beautiful color, and you're getting this little 4 round. The paints you're going to get, I had several of you ask me about this. So you're going to get them in this little box with my logo, my little peony there. And you're going to get 4 half pans, which I'm going to swatch in just a second for you because they're so pretty, you guys. You know I love my pinks. So there's that pink in there. And they will have a label on them with pigment information. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Vazi from Madrid, Spain. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then you're going to get literally everything, you guys, except for maybe paper towel and a water cup. And then you're going to get a piece of tracing paper. This is the little hydrangea, which is the first box. And then you're also going to get, which I think is pretty cool, 100% cotton, 140-pound cold press, and you get 5 sheets, guys. So I thought that was kind of cool. So this is everything. In the first box, you're also going to get this tin. This is the first of several gifts, little surprise gifts, which I'm really excited about. And you'll open it, and then every month when you get your 4 pigments, you'll just put those inside. And there's more than this. This box is going to be full, and you just keep putting them in here. So that's your first gift. By the way, at the end, I'll show you in just a second, you're going to get a really cool gift too. So I want to swatch out those colors for you so you can kind of see how beautiful they are. And these colors are all artist grade. They have a excellent light fastness, 3 pluses if you follow that scale. Hi, Stephanie. I know. And you know what, Stephanie? That's why I bought several for gifts for my family, because they'll get this just like this. And you know what? You could even use this later to store your brushes in, your paints in, maybe some paintings, paper. So again, the first box is bigger. The other boxes are going to be like this, because we had to fit in that tin that you'll be collecting all your paints in. So the first one is a little bit bigger, but that's your first gift, is that tin. So let's move on here. Did I take those paints out? Let's see, where did I put them? I think I left them in there. One second. Oh, let's get those paints because I want to swatch them out. Here they are. Yeah, and look at, you even get this paper, I mean, and my signature pink brushes. My grandkids are going to be really excited. Okay, so that's that. And by the way, you have a choice between different ways to purchase this. You can do monthly, you can pay for 6 months, you can pay for 12 months. When you get the 12 months though, you do get a little surprise. So I'm going to show you that, and then we'll swatch those out. Look at this, you guys. So I've used these for years. I love them. My daughter used to sew them for me. But at the end of your 12 months, you're going to get this, which is going to hold all 48 of your brushes. And I love the way they did this, because the one I had, the slots were a little bit small. These slots are really big. So here's another little secret tip on what you might receive in your box as a special gift 1 month. So you can fit all of your brushes in here, and it's tall enough so you can get the tall brushes in, and these little slots are big. So I put in, you know, my markers, I put everything in here. So what I'm going to do right now is I think I'm just going to grab these are all some of the brushes. And by the way, you guys, it was really important to me that I got you some different brushes to work with. So this box isn't just florals. I'm working on landscapes, abstracts, little critters, maybe a sea turtle, because I really wanted to make this different. And if you're a beginner, you're going to get to kind of experience all different paintings and artwork. Hi, Carol from Ohio. I've been to Toledo, Ohio. Loved it. It was really pretty there. So you're going to get different brushes. I wanted to make this box not just my typical snappy brushes, not just more florals, even though there's probably always going to be a little touch of floral in there. You're going to get 12 different paintings. And like I said, it's going to be abstracts, critters, landscapes, of course, some florals. And I really want to play a little bit with mixing colors in some of the boxes. So I'm pretty excited about that, because you're going to get to play with lots of different ones. I've got a fan brush, daggers, cat's tongue, filberts, of course, rounds, angles. So I'm really excited, you guys. And this little thing you get at the end, this little beautiful wrap, which I painted the design, you're going to get at the end, and you can put all 12 of your brushes in there. So kind of cool. So put that to the side. Let's swatch a little bit. And here's another little hint, you guys, maybe not this exact one, but another little hint to what you might be getting as a surprise. I'm so excited about what I chose. Let's do a little bit of a painting because I want to show you some of these colors. And I took the first 4 colors. And again, these will be labeled. So you'll see the pigment color, pigment information. See if I can get this open. There we go. We're going to be double loading in some of my boxes, so that'll be fun. And look at this color. I tried it. Oh, it matches my nail polish. Huh. I tried to really get some interesting colors for you. Again, I just didn't want this to be another subscription box. I wanted to make it so you could try out different brushes. You could try out not only rounds, but all those different ones, and snappy brushes and softer brushes. So you could kind of figure out what your style is and what you enjoy, you know, more. Oh, the peony, the 3-part. Yeah, that was, that's a good one, huh? Yeah, I like that one too. So anyway, let me get those wet. I'm just going to spray them. You always want to spray your paints. And actually, I'm going to put them in the pan here. So it holds them. They just snap in real easy. Aren't these colors beautiful though? Those are such my signature colors, especially that purple lake, you guys. So I'm going to give these all a spray, and we're going to play a little bit with those pinks and blues. By the way, there's, you know, we all love that turkey blue. Thank you, Paulette. Yeah, the peony, that's a 3-parter on YouTube. And I have several ones that are like 3 parts like that. So thank you, Paulette. I'm so glad you did it. You sent me your picture. You did really, really well. So bravo for that. Okay. So let me scoochy that over a bit. Oh, by the way, these are all the colors. I swatched them all out. So these are all the colors that are going to be coming in your box. And then let me show you this. This is actually my first 4. And those, you get the 4 pigments each. So 4 in each box. And I have a surprise, but I'll tell you at the end. Also, if you're chiming in for to see who won the Instagram giveaway for a year of the subscription box, I'll tell you that in just a bit here at the end. So I'm going to spray this palette a little bit. These are all the Craftamo colors, by the way, that I've been kind of playing with. And I've got a little container of water here. You know, I use wash and rinse. And let's just get my brush wet, scrape it off. So these are some flowers I painted in here. And I thought, you know, I'm going to paint this type of flower because I want you to see how beautiful these colors are. So the colors I'm going to use, let's just, here's another hint, you guys, special gifts. Can you guess? Sorry, Craftamo. And thank you, Craftamo, for working with me all this year. You guys were great. Okay. So there we go. This was actually a year ago, a recommendation from one of you. You guys always have the funnest things. So I'm going to go into first that purple lake. Love, love, love the purple lake. So let me just swatch that out. And if you follow me, you know this is like my favorite color in the whole entire world. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It reminds me of the Quin Magenta. I just love that color. So there you go. And then let's see, the second color I think I'll do, let me move this over, is going to be their cobalt blue. And again, the light fast, these are excellent quality paints, you guys. These are artist grade. So their fastness is rated excellent. And the pigment is really vibrant, yet you're going to see, and that's why I want to paint that flower. When you pull it out with water, it's very transparent as well. But look at that. I don't even have that much paint on my brush. So that is the cobalt blue. And then let's go in for the sap green, always my favorite green. So there we go. Look at how beautiful it is. These are my absolute favorite colors. So of course, they're in the very first box. So there you go. And you know, I can go into these and kind of pull them out so you can see the transparency. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that one. Love it, love it, love it. And oh, the last one, it's going to look really subtle on camera. Look at this beautiful powder blue. Oh, I'm in love. I've never had this color and I'm in love with it. I've been using it on top of colors. I've been using it by itself. I think it's so pretty. So let's pull that out. Now that one's going to be very subtle. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And kind of the cool thing here too is you can mix these colors. So for instance, what's I think really cool too in these boxes is the first box, for instance, is really going to teach you to use a small palette. You're only going to get these 4 colors, but look at what happens. You can create so many colors. So if you mixed that purple, I'm going to wetten that a bit. There we go. And you could mix blue with it. And it's going to give you yet a different purple shade of purple. So this is a great practice if you're trying to learn mixing. I think it's wonderful. Now, if I mixed that purple with the bluer, the one that has more blue in it, I'm going to get a deeper purple. So afterwards, you know, after you get your box, you open it up, you get all your colors, you know, play with these colors some more. Look at that gorgeous deep purple. Now for brown, because there isn't a brown in this box, although I'll tell you, I don't have it right here. The hydrangeas don't have brown in them, but you can mix the purple and the green. And I love that about these pigments. They mix really well. So you're going to get this kind of brown neutral color. And if you watched my mini series on Patreon, I talked a lot about this mixing colors. We have a whole 3-part series, so you can always hop on there. But this is just a great opportunity. And this, by the way, is one of the brushes in one of the subscription boxes, just FYI. Ooh, by the way, you guys, oh, and here's some of these purples. So this is going to be the 3rd box, I think. And here's a little beach landscape. I can't open them and show them to you, but that's in there as well. Well, I'm going to save that. I'm going to save. I was just going to give you another little tip of something I'm creating, but I'm going to save it. So let's paint something. I'm going to combine that beautiful purple lake with some of that cobalt blue. So let's do that. One of the big surprises, by the way, you guys, is I'm going to have some iridescence in there. That's a big surprise. So I'm going to reveal that today because we're almost at the end of our pre-sale. So if you do want these, make sure you get them today because they'll be gone. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just loading my brush, and I'm going to do these dots because I want you to see how beautifully these blend. So look how vibrant, really, really vibrant. And now I'll add a couple blue dots in between there. New Crejas art. Hello. Aren't they beautiful, Judy? I know. That powder blue, so different, right? I was really hoping that would be a different color for you guys. So there we go. So I'm just putting these dots. Now I'm going to wet my brush and I'm going to come and pull them out. And I want to do that so you can see how beautiful and transparent, yet these can be really vibrant as well. So let me turn my palettes here. There we go. So I'm wetting my brush quite a bit, actually. Point, press, and come around. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? A little bit more water, tap, 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 and come around. Ooh, love it. I love these two colors together. Another one. There we go. Oh, so these colors spread so well. I love that. Now I'm going to go into the center here and tap, 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 tap. And let that spread. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, if I scrape off my brush a bit and I go into this beautiful color right out of the pan, I can tap in again and look at that. So pretty, right? I'm going to go in and just add a tiny bit here and there. But look at how beautiful it's spreading. And you guys, I should mention this because a couple of you asked me this as well. The paper is 100% cotton, which I think is just fantastic. So in some of these paintings like this, where, you know, I'm using a lot of water, I don't have to worry about my paper all buckling up or doing anything crazy. So well done, Craftamo, well thought out. I'm going to go into this now with, I think this is the Van Dyke Brown. Let's see here. That one's a little dark. Let's try this one. Okay. There we go. I love me some Van Dyke Brown. I've got it here in my palette too. So let's pick up a little bit more of that. There we go. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm just going to, I love adding browns to my florals, and they spread. And just the tip of my brush. Now I'm going to also pick up some of the, not in this box, the first box, but it will be coming up, some of that beautiful olivey green, one of my favorites, and I'll just kind of tap in there. So there we go. Let's see. Okay, so we've got that one. Let's do another combo here. How about if we do, we'll do a little bit of the yellow and the pink. So there's this really pretty pink in here. It's a little bit different than that purpley pink. It's got it's almost like kind of pastel-y. So I'm going to use that. Here we go. Some dots here again. So I have quite a bit of water. And just dotting that on. This is a pretty well used technique, but I love it. It's like an oldie but a goodie. And then I'll go in with some of the CAD yellow from the set, from the subscription boxes. And this is going to be really cool because it's going to turn kind of orangey. So wet my brush, scrape it off, and let's go in and do that again. Pull it out. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Very, very like pastel-y almost, which I loved. Now there is a brighter green, I'm sorry, not green, pink, but I really liked this pastel pink. And at the same time, look when I add it, it definitely is vibrant. And I don't need, what I love about this paint too is I don't need a whole lot. And that shows me that there's good quality there because I don't need to add a ton of paint on here. The paint does very well on its own, yet it can be really transparent. So I'm going to go into that one with the olive green here. If you guys have any questions, let's see. Anything I should know about, Ray?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. You got them all, huh?
Got 'em all.
I was trying to kind of cover some things. So this is that olive green they have, which I really love because it has a lot of the kind of this real earthy, almost golden color hue to it, which I love. And by the way, these pigments too, there's a lot of single pigments, and that's quality. That shows you quality. So single pigments, the high light fastness, which is how long they will last before fading, is 3+. That's pretty much the max. So they're excellent high fastness. And then let's go into that sap green. As you can tell, I use that a lot. And just adding a little water, so we're about 50-50. But I'm telling you guys, these paints really creamy. Like even when they're dry, they activate really quickly. And I like that. So I'm going to do a little point, press, and lift up. And now let's go into the other side. Point, press. There we go. I like to make my leaves interesting. And I always add just a touch of the color of the flower in my leaves. I just think it's so beautiful and brings this harmony. Now it looks weird right now, but just let it dry. And it's going to dry just fine. If you get a spot like that, you can just fill it in. And we've got a beautiful little leaf there. I'm going to go in and add just a bit more of the pink here. So we get, yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? This is the most unusual pink. I'm not even sure. I don't have it right in front of me, but that powder blue and that pink is just so pretty. Let me show you up above here, if you can see that. Yeah. It's a really unusual pink that I love. So it's almost red, more red. It's much warmer, but I just love it. It's not quite that hot pink. And then let me pull it out. There you go. So you can kind of see that. And let's do another leaf over here. So I'm going to go from the tip of the leaf to the bottom, point, press, like that. Point, press. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And maybe with a little bit of our brown in there, just give it a little earthiness there. Ooh, yeah, I'm loving that. There we go. So even when they dry, these are very, I mean, this is pulled out with water, so they stay very vibrant even when they dry, which to me is olive green, very cool green. Yeah, aren't they? I love my sap. My other green that I love that's in the paints that you'll accumulate is their, in my laying, it's called like a yellow green. Let me show you that. And actually, let's just use it for a leaf. It's just this really cool green. So let's put that right here, point, press. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Who said that? Judy, isn't that a pretty green? It makes me think of apples and pears. but I want to hold this up so you can see the beautiful blend on 100% cotton paper and these paints. So I hope you can see this. This right here, look at that gradient. And I didn't even hardly do anything. I just tapped it in there here. Blends so well. 100% cotton paper is fabulous. And these paints as well. Okay, so we got that. Let's do one more dark leaf over here. There we go. Point, press. There we go. Point, press. I always make one side of my leaf a little shorter than the other. Just kind of my thing. I think it creates a lot of interest. There we go. Tap in a tiny bit of the color of our flower. Oh, that one's purple. By the way, this purple that they have, I think I'm using this one in the Tuscany fields, the lavender fields. It's so vibrant. It's like, whoa. I believe they refer to it as quin violet or deep violet, but watch this. Ooh, isn't that crazy? Really, really vibrant. I mean, look at that. I love it. So I used it a little bit lighter here because I wanted to show you that transparency, but let's add in, I always add in a little bit of the color of my flower into my leaves. I just think it adds this kind of, picks it up, a little special something. So there we go. Now I'm going to grab, let's see, I have a tiny brush in one of my kits as well. Matter of fact, I think the first kit has a small brush in it. So let me show you. And again, this kit, I have soft brushes, I have snappy brushes, rounds, angles, all different brushes. You guys are going to get to play with all different brushes. And I have, hi, Patrick in Spain. You guys are going to get not only soft brush, like all the various brushes to make it really interesting, but you're also, I'm doing landscapes, abstracts, of course, florals, because that's my thing. So you're going to get all of these different things. So you get to Pennsylvania. So you get to play with everything. So by the end of 12 months, I'm really thinking like you're going to have tried probably pretty much everything. So here is that little brush. Isn't that wonderful? And I think it's the first kit that has this brush in it. And then those angle brushes, you know, we're going to be doing some landscapes. I haven't decided about how to work the maybe a seasonal box here and there, maybe a pumpkin or acorns or something like that. I'm not quite sure yet. So that is how you use this little brush. And again, I'm going to be showing you some really fun things with that little brush. Oh, I know what I wanted to share with you though. How long is it? How long have we been on? Do you know?
About 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we're going to be announcing the winner of that Instagram giveaway. Hi, Creative Daisy Crafts from Ireland. Oh my gosh. Every time I see pictures of Ireland, it is so beautiful there. I'm like, boy, I think I need to go there. I have relatives who have been there. Malarts. I make portrait character artworks. Oh, good. Okay, so can I show you something, Matt Arts? So I've always painted florals for years and years and years and years. But let me show you something. We lived on the beach, Solana Beach, North San Diego for over 10 years. Let me show you what I just got known for while I was there. Here we go. So I did these, I hope you can see this portrait. And I did tons of these, and I constantly put flowers in their hair. This one in particular has been on magazines. It's been all over. So absolutely, I'm so glad to hear that you're incorporating florals. I think they're so beautiful in paintings, right? Isn't that fun? So that was a decade ago. When I lived on the beach, I would paint. I'm just going to be playing with this little thin brush. Again, I think you get this in the first box for that hydrangea. Now I forgot what I was saying. Oh, even when I was painting commissions with something from the sea, you know, like mermaids and whales and all different things, they constantly, everything had flowers in them. So yes, I predominantly paint flowers, but even when I paint something else, I'm adding them in. And I'm going to do some abstracts, which I think is going to be really fun in this box. So that's a little kind of sneak peek into some of those florals. I think I can tell you this, but if any of you have tried the bloom brush, you guys are the first to know this. I'm going to have a couple bloom brushes in my box. I am thrilled about that because, like I said, it's really my hope that I'm going to bring you all different brushes, soft, snappy, big, small, riggers, flats, angles, fan brushes. This is another one. Look at this big old bad boy. This one is in there as well. And boy, this thing, you guys can soak up the water. Watch this. So this is perfect for covering a lot of area. Look at that beautiful wash. And it just moves and flows and holds the perfect amount of water. So again, by the time you're done with this box, you're probably going to have tried such a variety. You're going to be really feel like, okay, I know what I like now. Let's add a little bit of blue in there and create, look at how beautiful these blend. Another thing I just love about these paints, they're so creamy. They just work so well together. Look at the beautiful bloom and blend you get. Isn't that pretty? So again, by the end, this is a little something that's going to be in one of your boxes, but here's the purple. So this is a lot of this purple color, which I love. And gosh, do any of you have any questions? We did share the link. Pre-order closes, and you have different payment options. You have the 6 month, the 12 month. The 12 month, you get like 25%. And don't forget, you'll get this brush wrap, which I love. If you missed it, it's in the beginning of the video. And oh, you guys, if you follow me, you know we love our blues. So I've got some really gorgeous blues in this kit. Look at that. Do any of you know what it reminds me of? If you follow me, you will know, because this is our favorite color in the whole entire world, aside from pink. Look at that. I mean, how vibrant and gorgeous is that, right? So I think that one is actually in the first box. I digress. Let's see. Where was I? Where was I, Ray? What was I talking about?
To Josie. I can't.
Oh, hi, Josie is talking to Ray. Yep. This is the type, just a sneak peek. This isn't one of the subscription boxes, but this is the type of stuff I want to bring you in there, is some, not just a landscape, but a fun landscape. So you can really use your, imagination. And I'm the first one. I'm always encouraging you to take what I show you and make it yours. I think that's really important because, just use my work for the inspiration and then create yours. with that little, if you haven't heard of them, the bloom brush, you guys, I'm going to have one. This is the type of stuff you can do. I love a brush that you can create a thick line all with one brush. You can create a thick line like that. Look at that beautiful amount you can cover. And then in the same time, I can use it. Look at that fine line. I mean, is that phenomenal? You can do both. And for me, that means a lot, because once I get a brush in my hand and I'm going and I'm painting, like if I can use the same brush, I'm happy, happy, happy. So let's see, should we go ahead and announce our winner on Instagram? I don't know if she's there, if she's here with us. If she's not, we will let you know on Instagram. And you guys ask any questions. Again, these paints are great. You're going to get all kinds of fun little gifts. This is going to be your first gift with your first box. This tin that you're going to cumulatively collect all those paints you see inside. And again, you guys, like me, I ordered several of these for my grandkids, and they open it, this like a gift, and they don't start until September. So, you know, they're going to get their first box in September, which I think is perfect for the holidays. And they're going to be so excited. I mean, I love getting these little boxes. So they're perfect too. You can use them after to maybe hold some of your paper or things in. So they're really fun boxes. Let's see. The giveaway. So we had a little giveaway. Somebody is going to get 12 months of my subscription box, you guys. That is huge. And I'm so excited. And Craftamo picked the winner. They did it with an app, by the way, and they put everybody's names in. Thank you to everybody who joined. That was really fun. I got to chit chat with so many of you, and you shared and all that. So the one that won the 12-month subscription is Salmon Girl. I don't know who that is, but they're going to get they're going to contact her on Instagram. Woohoo! And let her know. Here's some more of those flowers. So thank you, Salmon Girl, for getting on there and following and sharing with your friends. That was really great. And I'm so excited. You're going to get all 12 of these. By the time you're done with the 12 boxes, girl, you are going to know abstracts, landscapes, soft brushes, snappy brushes. You're going to know all the techniques and mixing. I'm so excited for you. But keep in mind, you can get the boxes month to month. They're just going to be a little bit more money. So you can do that though. Yeah, I'm excited for her too, Judy. This is with that, that bloom brush. So look at this, how you could get these big lines and then these little strokes. So those are all fun things coming to you in the subscription box. I'm really excited. I'm going to make it so interesting for you guys. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And everything just comes so beautifully packaged in these, you guys. It's really exciting. They did them so well with the shredded paper and tissue paper. I mean, they're just like a little gift. And you got everything you need, but you can use these later, which I have been doing. As you see, I've been really playing with these a lot. So let me take a peek here. All right. Is there any other questions that anybody has for me? Remember, today is the final day. Not today, I'm sorry. I think it closes 21st. On Monday, the 21st. Thanks, Ray. So this is, these are going to be gone forever, you guys. This was so much work. I can't thank Craftamo enough. They were awesome. I learned so much, and it was a real challenge for me because I really wanted to bring you guys something fun. and something of so much value. That's why I'm so excited about not only the colors, but the brushes, the variety, and that I'm all about the aesthetics, guys. So I love getting that in there too. So your support more than anything on all of my social media means more than anything. And it's been such a joy to create with Craftamo and with you guys too. So until next time, I guess, keep painting, asking questions. You're going to get all kinds of goodies. I'm really excited, you guys. And unless anybody has any questions, anything else you can think of, Ray, that 48 pigments by the end of 12 months, 24 brushes. I have a mini mop blender in there too, which I'm not even going to show you what that is because I'm really excited.
Judy asks, tell us one more time how the subscriptions and the boxes work.
How they work as far as what you get, Judy?
And time.
And time. So, well, let's do that first. So the time, let me grab my first box. So we're taking the pre-orders right now. You'll go ahead, orders close. The orders close Monday, and then they're going to go into production. So once they go into production, they will start shipping out, I believe it's September 21st or 22nd, which I was so excited. And I just got lucky with that. They're going to be right in time for the holidays when we're all home and crafting. So I thought that was great. Or you guys could get, if you do the 6 month, you could give them all away as 6 gifts. So anyways, that's how they're going to work. You pay shipping according to where you live. That is not calculated into the actual box price because it's going to be different all over the world. And I do believe, I'm almost positive, when you open the site, like if you're in the UK or wherever you're at, I believe it's going to show you what your cost is. I'm almost positive of that. And you'll get 4 pigments. You're going to get 2 brushes. Let's see, where did my little pigment case go? They come in a little case like this. You get a print, which you could actually frame. You're going to get, I have it blocked out here, but you'll get a private tutorial for that. And something to keep in mind is, of course, with the 12-month, you pay, you're done. And you get a 25% discount on the total price, which is pretty deep. I think that was really great. If you do the 6 month, I believe it's 15%.
Yes.
And 15%, Ray?
Yes.
And then if you do the month to month, I believe it's $50 a month. But, you can, it's just month to month and not as much commitment, but you're also going to pay a little bit more. So I hope that answered your question. Can you check, Ray, if that, hi, Marty. I don't see her question. Can you check with her and just make sure I answered her question, or if anybody else has got any questions? The pigments, fantastic, you guys. These are artist grade pigments, brand Craftamo. They're creamy. I wish I could show you because I don't know why. That is always such a big deal to me. I mean, I go into these with my brushes and it's like a butter. It really is. So they're, really vibrant. I mean, look at that. But yet very transparent. So again, I love paint that varies like that. And you're getting beautiful colors. You're getting tons of reds and oranges. I have one more thing. I'm excited. I hope you guys didn't all leave yet, but I'm pretty excited about this. So I'm going to be getting some neutrals in there, and watch this. This is going to be in a box. I want to teach you a little bit of everything. So in one of the boxes, we're going to do some mixing. So watch this, guys. Ooh, There's that gorgeous color I love. So that is the Purple Lake. Now watch this, guys. A secret color you're going to get in one of your boxes. It's like a nude color. And we're going to mix those together and create this beautiful muted. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So these are some of the things that I want to do with you in this box. Again, at the end of this box, I want you to be like, wow, I know now I like soft brushes or a snappy, or I like the round or the fan or the dagger angle brush. So I really want you to experience it all. And I really want to introduce you to some fun little surprise tools and gifts that you probably see me use a lot, but I got them included with a few of your boxes. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. If you ever need a little encouragement, inspiration, or, just even a moment of peace and joy, pull out your paintbrush and you know where to find me. And I hope to get to touch each of you at this subscription box. But whether you're buying or whether you're not, just a huge thank you to you guys for the support. It means so much to me. And where do you go to order? Ray will put that up for you, Marty. Brushes are Debbie's. Yeah, these, Judy, that was what the challenge was here. Oh my gosh. I had to measure them. I had to feel them. I had to tell them how long I wanted my handles to be, which I like a short handle because I like that control and I don't want to hit anything. I mean, that was what was such a challenge for me, is designing those brushes. And I wanted a lot of variety, and I wanted some different really cool ones, like the bloom brush, which is going to be so fun. The little tiny mini mop brush I have coming. All kinds of daggers and angles. So you're not just getting round brushes with those. So Marty, if you're still here, there's your link. And gosh, I want to make sure I answered. I think each box come with a project, paints, brushes. Let me show you one more time the inside. You get everything. Like, this is a class in a box, everything, and a private tutorial. You get the reference print. So I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. You get the box of 4 half pans. They're going to come in this, but they will be individually wrapped with those wrappers you see in pans, and they'll have your pigment information on there, which light fastness, excellent, creamy, vibrant, yet really flowy, as you saw me painting. So you're going to get that in every box, 4 of these paints. This is all my design. You're going to get your 2 brushes. So this is the first box, and you're getting that adorable little 4. It's kind of soft, you guys. And then you're getting an angle shader, which, like, I know a lot of my students, don't be touching, right, Bertha, my angle shader, because I love that thing. And you're going to be creating the flower petals with that. You get the drawing to trace. You're going to get a piece of tracing paper, and then you get 5 pieces of paper, and they're 100% cotton, which bravo, Craftamo, thank you for that. Because number one, you get 5 pieces to practice on and create your art. Or if you're lucky, you do it right the first time and you're happy with it. Now you can do it 4 more times. And 100% cotton. I think that's great. So everything you need is here. Your brushes, paint, paper, reference. It's packaged in this fun box that looks just like a gift. And you can reuse the box. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm definitely keeping these boxes. They're all stacked up. By the way, the first box is larger because the very first box you're going to get your gift is every month you'll have a little gift is going to be this tin, and you'll collect cumulatively. By the end of the 12 months, you'll have 48 paints, pigments that are gorgeous. The last box, you're going to get this brush wrap with, which I've used these for years. I paid to have them made. This is my design, so it's got that signature peony that you've probably seen if you ordered my brush set. And this is going to come in your 12th box. I love it because the one I had made, the little pouches were too small. These are huge, but look at all these brushes you're going to have, guys. So that's what you will get for your 12th gift. And just to show you reference-wise, the other boxes are a bit smaller because the first one we made, so you get that pan in there to collect all your brushes. So I'll check one more time if anybody has anything else they'd like me to answer. Pre-orders end basically Sunday night, and they will start shipping September 21st. So I hope that was everything. I am beyond excited for you guys to start getting these, and just wow. This was such a huge project. Thank you, Craftamo, for the excellent art supplies you put out there. Thank you to all of you, because I polled you, I asked you questions, you had your input, and you really helped me figure out what I was going to offer you guys in these boxes. All right, everybody, happy painting. I'm right here to remind you, you are an artist, and I hope to bring you some real value and some real fun, most of all. I will see you all later. All right, everybody. Thank you.